Welcome back to Car Craze. Today we're diving into a car that's been stirring up conversations across automotive forums, design blogs, and enthusiast channels, the rumored 2026 Lincoln Continental. Yes, you heard that right, the iconic nameplate that once symbolized American luxury could be making a return. But is it real, or just another AI-generated fever dream? Let's explore everything that's known, speculated, and imagined about the potential comeback of this legendary luxury sedan. The Lincoln Continental was once the crown jewel of American motoring, a name that echoed comfort, presence, and presidential elegance. First introduced in 1939 and then reborn across multiple generations, the Continental has always stood for something more than just transportation. It was a rolling statement of luxury. The last production model bowed out in 2020, largely due to shifting consumer preferences in a market that increasingly favored SUVs and crossovers. But here we are, in 2025, looking ahead to what could be a 2026 Continental, with rumors, renders, and speculation all pointing to something big. Let's talk design. The visuals floating around suggest a large, imposing sedan that blends modern minimalism with retro touches. Chrome is making a comeback, with wide front grilles, sculpted hoods, and LED light bars stretching across both the front and rear ends. There's a strong emphasis on clean, flowing lines, a departure from the blockier look of the last Continental generation. The profile appears stretched and elegant, possibly featuring long rear overhangs and short front ones, a layout often associated with rear-wheel drive platforms, though we'll get into the mechanics shortly. What's really catching people's attention is the use of suicide doors, or what Lincoln likes to call coach doors. These rear-hinged doors were a standout feature on the 2019 Continental Coach Door Edition, a limited run that sold out almost instantly. Some of the concept designs and speculative renders for 2026 hint at a similar door design returning, especially for high-end trims or limited editions. If Lincoln is serious about bringing the Continental back as a luxury halo car, coach doors could be a signature design element that separates it from the crowd. Dimension-wise, if the rumors are to be believed, the 2026 Lincoln Continental would be a full-size sedan, measuring around 201 inches in length, with a wheelbase close to 118 inches. That puts it in the same size category as the BMW 7 Series, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and the Genesis G90. Clearly, Lincoln would be aiming high, positioning the Continental as a true luxury flagship rather than a soft, executive cruiser. Under the hood, the speculation continues. Several automotive rumor sites and forums suggest three potential V6 engine options. First, a 3.7-liter naturally aspirated V6 pushing around 305 horsepower. Then there's a more performance-oriented 2.7-liter twin-turbocharged V6 with about 335 horsepower and a healthy 380 pound-feet of torque. And finally, a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 rumored to produce 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. All these engines would likely be paired with an advanced 10-speed automatic transmission and be available in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configurations. There's even chatter about hybridization. Given Ford's broader push into electrification and Lincoln's own interest in hybrid and electric models, there's a real chance that at least one version of the 2026 Continental could feature hybrid tech, either as a plug-in hybrid or a mild hybrid system designed to boost both performance and efficiency. It wouldn't be surprising if a future Continental used some variation of the hybrid setup seen in the Lincoln Corsair or Aviator Grand Touring models. Performance-wise, the 3.0-liter twin-turbo engine is rumored to take the Continental from 0 to 60 in under 5.5 seconds, impressive for a full-size luxury sedan that prioritizes comfort over speed. Fuel economy figures are estimated to land somewhere between 18 to 27 miles per gallon, depending on drivetrain and engine choice. That's not groundbreaking, but respectable for a vehicle of this size and class. Inside, expectations are sky-high. If there's one thing Lincoln has been getting right lately, it's interiors. Look at the Navigator, Aviator, or even the Corsair, all of them feature elegant materials, plush seating, and quiet, well-insulated cabins. The 2026 Continental, if it follows this trend, would likely offer an interior decked out with premium leathers, natural woods, real metal trims, and multi-color ambient lighting. Tech-wise, we could expect a panoramic curved digital display spanning the dashboard, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 30-speaker Revel Ultima audio system, and Lincoln's latest Blue Cruise hands-free driving assistance on certain roads. Rear seat luxury is likely to be emphasized as well, possibly offering captain's chairs with massage, reclining features, personal screens, and even a center console fridge in top-tier trims. Comfort and quietness will be critical to the Continental's success. Lincoln has already set a high standard for active noise control, adaptive suspension, and gliding ride quality. We'd expect this new Continental to push that envelope even further, perhaps even rivaling the near-silent comfort of electric vehicles, thanks to advanced insulation and chassis tuning. Safety features will also play a key role. Standard equipment would likely include a full suite of driver assist systems, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, rear cross-traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, 360-degree cameras, and potentially even night vision for premium trims. As for pricing, the 2026 Lincoln Continental would not be cheap. Speculation suggests a starting price around $65,000, with fully loaded variants climbing into the $85,000 to $95,000 range. If a coach door edition returns, it could breach the six-figure mark, positioning the Continental as a true luxury statement rather than a volume seller. But here's the twist, none of this is officially confirmed. Ford and Lincoln have not made any public announcement about the Continental returning. Some insiders even suggest these renderings and specs are AI-generated or fan-made concepts being mistaken for official leaks. Ford Authority, one of the more credible industry sources, went on record calling these rumors "eye slop," with no legitimate connection to Lincoln's product roadmap. So what do we make of all this? Is the 2026 Continental real? Could it be a limited production flagship to bring some heritage and drama back to the Lincoln brand? Or is it just a beautifully rendered dream of what American luxury used to be, a love letter to a bygone era? Either way, the fact that people are still talking about the Continental shows the strength of the brand. There's a hunger for sedans that offer elegance without excess, nostalgia without compromise, and comfort without turning into yet another SUV. If Lincoln can find a way to bring the Continental back in a way that honors its legacy while embracing modern demands, whether that's with a hybrid, EV, or performance-tuned luxury sedan, it could be the comeback story of the decade. Until we get real confirmation, we're in wait-and-see mode. But it's fun to imagine a world where the Lincoln Continental returns to its throne, where design, comfort, and prestige still matter. And if it does happen, you'll be hearing about it right here on Car Craze. If you're a fan of luxury sedans or Lincoln's legacy, let us know in the comments. Would you buy a 2026 Continental? What features would you want it to have? And do you think sedans still have a place in today's SUV-heavy world? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update on the cars that excite us, past, present, and maybe future.